riding above the tree line, and my bike, which is jetted, I've got it jetted to run, you know, between 5,800 feet and, you know, 4,500 feet and 8,500 feet. We are well above the tree line, and this mofo is still running.
It's off the path, but I thought you guys might want to do this.
This thing is still running like crazy, and I don't know, the thing that I don't get is why people always complain so much about two-stroke jetting. I mean, let me ask you a question. Okay, so Mr. Seeley, we are well above the tree line. I don't know how high we are. And does anybody feel like their bike doesn't have enough power?
No.
And our bikes are jetted for where we ride, which is between 4,500 and 8,500 most of the time, and we're totally fine up here. So everybody that talks about how, oh, you climb 2,000 feet or 1,000 feet on your two-stroke and you have to rejet the thing, I say BS. These bikes are all two-strokes. In fact, Tyler's riding a 200 over there. And did you have any problem coming up the hill? So all this garbage about, oh, two-strokes are so sensitive, I don't know, man.
Every once in a while I'll get my hands on one of those magazines from some of the popular, you know, dirt bike magazines here that we have in the US, and I'll skip across an article that will talk about how, you know, if you take a two-stroke and you ride it, you know, you gain like 1,000 or 500 feet or 1,000 feet of elevation, the thing isn't jetted right anymore, and it's so sensitive, and you have to rejet halfway through your ride. And I'm going, just kind of makes me wonder, have any of these guys actually spent any time riding these things in the mountains? Because I do it all summer long, and it's rare that I don't go on a ride in the summer that doesn't encompass like 2,500 or 3,500 or 4,500 feet of elevation difference, and my bikes always run fine. I mean, I lean out the fuel air mixture when I get them for my altitude, because they're typically jetted for around sea level, and I live at about almost 5,000 feet. And so I'll lean my bikes out and get them running so they'll run great, you know, from 5,000 feet to 8,000 feet, because that's mostly where I'm riding. But a lot of times we end up at 10,000 feet and sometimes even a little higher. And the bikes just run good. These two-strokes are not as sensitive as people make it out. As people make them out to me. I mean, I know the smaller bore bikes are a little bit more sensitive, like the little 50s and the 65s and the 85s, but by the time you get into the 125s and the 250s and the 300s, they're not that sensitive. And we do it all the time, where we take these, you know, long rides up these things, and yeah, you do lose a little bit of horsepower. You lose like 3% of horsepower for every, you know, 1,000 feet of elevation that you ascend. But it's not as crazy as everybody thinks. And these bikes, I never worry. I never wonder like, oh crap, I'm up 4,000 feet above and now I don't have the right kind of power on my bike. Taking it easy on this trail because down at the trailhead we noticed a ton of cars, and so I knew there was going to be quite a few hikers on this trail, and I'd already seen, as you could see in the video, I'd already seen a number of hikers, so I wanted to take it easy and just not push it, go slow. So I'm kind of sitting down here and just going around all these corners slowly, because I didn't want to like knock somebody down, so that's why we're going a little bit slower.
No, I don't think there was a turnoff.
I don't think so either.
But we gotta be careful, because there were those two people, and then there was the one guy.
Yeah.
The two people, they were standing off the trail, like behind a tree.
I know.
And I was like, I came burning around. I had no idea they were there until it was too late. They were off the trail, and I yelled sorry. I would have slowed down, but I didn't see them.
Me too. The second guy I saw and slowed down, but